Okay, now that the volume seems to be behaving itself, on a little bit of a roll, averaging 2 or 3 videos a day now. I want to talk about advertising, but specifically online, specifically on YouTube, on websites. Um, like a lot of people, it gets right on my nerves. Um, Let me just make a confession first of all. I won't lie, there was a brief period where I tried monetization on YouTube, which, if you're not familiar, basically, you get a certain amount of money for allowing ads onto your videos. I tried it for a while, but the revenue I was getting from that was almost nothing. We're talking a couple of pounds per month. Um, and in the end, they actually cut me off because at that time, I had less than 1,000 subscribers. I've now got about 1,500, so I may well be able to apply for that again. I don't know. I'd went through, I forget now it was a few years ago. I forget the company I went through, but there's different organizations offer this. I was kind of at that time I didn't complain about advertising because I thought I'd be a hypocrite if I did because I utilize advertising. Um, so here's the thing. Here's my question. What do advertisers think they're going to achieve? Because I think it's safe to say about 90% of people, 95% of people will press that skip button. Um, And that's just videos I'm talking about. That's just YouTube videos. Have you ever opened on a news article? And some British newspapers are particularly guilty of this, the Daily Mail, the Daily Express, and some others. You'll open on an article and you'll be bombarded with different pop ups, and you cannot just focus on the story at hand. Um, it's incredibly annoying. It slows down your system. I mean, my system is bad enough as it is because it got a virus about 2 years ago. But when these pop ups come up, it's really just like, get out of the way. Let me see the damn reports. Um, or here's something that really gets on my nerves when you get it on certain sports sites where there'll be some clickbait headline and you'll click on it. I've seen it on boxing sites. Um, I can't name and shame anyone because I can't remember off the top of my head which ones were doing it, but like you'll click on it and then it'll be you'll have to scroll down or you'll have to go through some nonsense video before you actually get to the video in question, rather than just getting straight there. It's very irritating. Um, I think advertisers don't really care if people check out the product or not. I think it's just logic that, well, if people have to click on it, then that's more views for us. That it's kind of like, I think it's this mentality of all publicity is good publicity, even bad publicity. So even if it's a case of, oh, people getting annoyed by it, that's good for them. It's still attention. I honestly think that must be the rationale, and it's very strange. In China, apparently you can't even wipe on the ads on Chinese social networks. You can't even. You have to just watch the ads. You can't even skip them. And China, is really overwhelmed by product advertisements, especially beauty products. It's a huge market out there. They're everywhere. And there's all sorts of scam websites going on in China. I mean, everywhere, but I've seen it in China whereby, dating websites where these gorgeous girls will come up, or good looking guys. And, so much of it is a scam. But anyway, this video is not so much about scams, it's just about advertising. What if you're in the advertising business, I'd like to know your perspective. What does this achieve? Why not just make videos about the product whereby people who are actually interested in it will look at it? And I know what you're saying, like the whole point of advertising is to get people's attention to promote the product, but from a marketing point of view, I don't see what the point of it is. Because not only will people get annoyed because they're trying to watch a music video or a documentary or whatever it is, and they'll want to skip that ad, but if they can't skip it, then they'll keep it in mind and they'll actually be hold animosity towards the company or the product. So in some ways, it's more likely to actually turn them off the product. I would have thought. I don't know. I don't know what the statistics show. I mean, it may well be that the statistics show this sort of approach actually works, but it's like cold calling. It's controversial and with good reason. It annoys people. It just annoys people because they feel it's an infringement on their determination of what they watch, and it's yeah, it's irritating. So let me know your thoughts on advertising. Um, Do you ever actually click on an ad? Very, very occasionally, something will catch my attention, and I might go to the website or I might go to the link, but most of the time it's just a case of skip button. I won't even look at it, I won't even humor it, because that's not why I clicked on the video. I clicked on the video to see documentary or the music video or whatever it is, the blog. So let me know your thoughts. Do you think the strategy works? Do you think it doesn't work? Like me, do you mostly just skip ads? And they even know it themselves because now they're getting this thing that, oh, don't skip this ad. So they know people do that. I don't know. I don't think there'll ever be a situation where advertising will just stop. It's, in capitalist societies, in most societies, even like I said in China, advertising is a huge thing. In most societies, advertising is, it's a multi-million pound, dollar, renminbi industry. So it isn't going to go anywhere, but it's about the approach to advertising. To me, I think billboards, posters on the street are far less intrusive than these irritating pop-ups or these ads that you get on videos. Um, oh, also advertisements on magazines. I often get National Geographic, Time magazine, and so on, and you'll get like advertisements for luxury watches. That's not intrusive because you don't, it's not imposing anything, it's just there. I think it would be a bit draconian to ban all advertising. I've seen some people propose that. I don't think that would be workable because companies need some way to sell their products. Um, they need some way to promote the product. So I wouldn't support just banning advertising outright, but I do think that advertisers need to be aware of the fact that most people just get irritated by it. Let me know your thoughts.